Hey you guys, it's Dani. We are back again with the altar in the background. Is this something that we like, or do we prefer the other side? Let me know down in the comments. Anyway, something new. Today, we are going to take a look at Coastal Curiosities. You guys, I have been after some good oracle decks for a long time. I don't have many. I tend to rotate through them quite quickly. I have a few staples, but like I've been putting it out there, been manifesting some good oracles, right? And Coastal Curiosities definitely fit the bill. This is by Lennox Reese, and it is so beautiful and so fun. I can't wait to take a look at this with you guys. So let's go ahead and get to the desk and we will take a walkthrough of this. All right, you guys. So Coastal Curiosities. Look at this. How freaking adorable. I love the whole aesthetic of this. Look, oh, I'm dropping everything, but I'm like so excited to show y'all. Look at this. Oh, I just love those like vintage botanicals. So about it. So let's pop these out. We'll turn these over. These are the backs. It's oracle, so most of them are non-reversible, which is fine. This is a nice little box. 2-part box. Really nice. Okay, so like I said, these are the backs. So pretty. Now, this size is standard tarot, I believe. Let's pop out let's see. Mystic Masters is standard tarot. Yeah, this is exactly the same size. Oh, this linen finish though. Oh, this one does have a linen finish. I want to say this is 330 GSM or 310 GSM. I'll put it down. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. It also comes with this nice color guidebook. Again, we'll talk about that later. But I am obsessed with this art style. So let's just go and start right away. Let's bring this down and look at these cards. All right, let's get right up in there. So we have some really great keywords at the bottom. But the thing that gets me, that I love the most, I think, about this deck is the fact that there are like black and white images and then things collaged on top of that. Something that I didn't know was that there are suits. Basically, we have like these flower suits, circles, like teardrops, and those go along with something here in the guidebook. I know I was like, we'll do this in a bit, but I want to talk about that real quick. Oh, right here. Okay. So circles deal with infinite life cycles and wholeness. Diamonds with joy, creativity, and innocence. Droplets with love, honesty, and emotions. Flowers with beauty, happiness, and passion. So that's a little bonus in the background. Advantage. Love me the mushrooms. Ugh, I just love the look. And y'all, this goes with so many decks. At least with mine, because this is so my aesthetic. So I'm pretty obsessed. I think we'll go ahead and show a few at the end. Pairs that I've been matching with this one. I just love the choices. I really love the image. It's kind of creating the depth of what the keywords are. And I mean, it's chock-a-block full of mushrooms. So I love it. And, you know, we got skulls and botanicals. Every time I see this, the encounter, I think of the Cancer symbol because I am a Cancer. So every time I see this one, that it's like, oh, it's like my sign. Endurance. Oh, look at this. Establish. Obsessed. Genuinely. Forage. These backgrounds. I'm sorry, I am gushing. I am. Because, like, it is so my aesthetic. No deep commentary here. Just like, oh my god, it's so pretty. Look at this. Mature. Memory. Ugh. This hairpin. Are you kidding me? Mend. I love this for mend because I think of like a broken tea kettle that you would like put back together. Just my thought. Nurture. Gotta love a good pair, right? Observe. Protection. I got that bear. Ugh. The blackberries. Reward all the cherries. Rooted. Love that too. Scout. Sharp. Stillness. Submerge. Ugh. I just love them. I just want to look at the images all day. And I think that's what makes this oracle so exciting to me, is because like most of them don't hit me in this way, right? Like I have a few that really draw me in that I just want to continue to look at. Like I'm just like all in with the imagery and the feel, but it is so rare. Like I literally maybe 5 if even, right? And so I think that's why I get so excited with this one, because everything about it, like I just want to continue to look through it. Like I want to go back and look again, because I feel like I find something different every single time I look at it because of the way this was collaged. Like there are little bugs in here. Do you see those? The plants, the animals, the graphics in the background, the botanicals, the more insects, the intricate pattern on the background. Like even the back has all kinds of stuff, you know? It's got all the suits all hidden around to make this beautiful pattern. It's got the black and white, the color, the botanicals. It's just everything. So then we also have these, which are sort of Lenormand-like. Let's see exactly what Linux said about these. These are the Coastal Charms is what they're called, and it says sift through 10 of the cards called Coastal Charms that highlight unique souvenirs to add to pulls as featured primary energies and context to layer in additional meaning, inspiration, and connections to your reading. And this has really been done to adapt to whatever style is good for you. This very much reminds me of like a Lenormand style. And each one will pull, obviously, and shuffle, but each one has its own kind of keywords. And it's like each charm imagery is a keepsake holding distant histories. The keywords per card embody a tangible feeling and memory to apply to your messages and manifestations. So I love this idea of having these kind of little charms to come through. We have let's go through them, then we'll talk more about this guidebook. I'm like all over the place because this is so exciting to me. Whoop, let's turn this over. Okay, so we have, aside from the bag, the basket, the clover, the crystal, the hat, the nest, the pipe, which I love. This reminds me of my pop. He used to smoke a pipe. Shell. Terrarium. Tooth. And again, like I feel like so many of these can be applied to our lives. Like when I think of the shell, I think of my grandmother, because that's what we used to do when we'd go to the beach. We'd look for shells. That was like our thing. Like I said, the pipe, one of my grandfathers. The nest, just playing outside. You know, all of these things can, you know, summertime for me, the clover is a big thing, because I used to sit down in the grass and I would look for hours. We'd go through different patches, sometimes by myself, sometimes with my friends. I would just sit for hours. I'd go from each little clover patch to another looking for a 4-leaf clover. Basket bag. So I really like the idea of that kind of added layer, those like memories. So I'm going to keep these kind of separate, and then we are going to come back up and shuffle. All right. Let's give these a shuffle. Oh, like butter. I think the movement of these cards, because they are linen, they always, like, linen cards tend to have this bendiness about them that I really enjoy, and just the texture in the hand is so amazing. So they shuffle really well. There's like no there's no stiffness to it. Like, you can tell they're solid. These are black core. I do remember that. These have a black core, so they're very solid cardstock. Oh, it's like magic. Get this bridge where y'all can see it. Look at that. Sumptuous. And they have this easy spread. Look at that. It almost looked like I was a professional. Boom! Are you kidding me? Hell yeah. Okay. Let's take one of these. I want you. Oh, literally the top one. Admire. Okay, well. Let's take a look at this guidebook now. Since I've been in it since we started. So, dedicated to my pit bull, Sasha. Oh, and there's a picture of her on the Kickstarter. Sweet baby. So beautiful. So we have our table of contents, our introduction. These are 54 cards. About the cards, the artwork. Again, our little kind of suits. Reading, sample questions. They have some really great questions. Coastal spreads. I haven't done the spreads yet, but they look really exciting. So we have the river, the mountain, the journey, and then a full spread of all of the cards. Like, look at that. How great. This is so, I've never seen anybody do this in a guidebook before. I absolutely love this idea. It's like, but I like to see everything kind of laid out. I want to see what they look like as a spread, like all together. Because have y'all ever had decks that individual cards, like, you can go through and each one is beautiful, but when you lay them out, it's just like not it. And you know, I find that, like, I love the idea and I love the feel sometimes of the decks that have like one from every, like, a different artist, or like each suit is from a different artist, or, you know, the like, where like it's a bunch of different artworks from different people that they kind of make into a deck. I love the idea, but for me, the cohesiveness is important when I'm looking at a deck. So when I see something like that, as beautiful as like individual cards they are, it's like there's something about it, my brain just wants to like shoot me out of a spread that doesn't have cohesive elements to it. So like, I really appreciate a beautiful cohesive deck that I can see in a spread. Not say there's no value in that. This is like definitely a personal thing for me. And like I said, pulling it individually, a deck to have. I used to have the Cosmos Tarot, which was so beautiful. Oh my god, it had an oracle and a deck, and like sometimes I really miss it, but I didn't use it for that exact purpose because it was a different artist for every single card, and I love the cohesive theme. I loved all the constellations and everything that it represented, but I just couldn't get past that. And I'm not a single pull kind of girl mostly. I like a good spread. I like a good layout. So that for me was a big stopper. So anyway, that's just a long rant of just how I look at cards. That's a personal thing for me. Anyway, so all that to say, I'm still fangirling over this. So let's talk about admire. So our 3 keywords underneath our main keyword is belief, encouragement, and surprise. It says, appreciate all of the beauty of the misunderstood and misjudged, and evaluate your own perceived standards. Hold those expectations of yourself, or else the internalized disappointments can take over and dim hearts. Follow the high road and pause above to see the opposite side. It's not always what you think you see. Feeling judgmental and excluding what ifs leads down narrow paths. Open up, pass praise, celebrate the brightness of communities, friendships, and creativity, and cheer on others to hop along and shine. So these are such fun and like chunky little readings to go along with our keywords. And I'm a keyword kind of girl. So like I can use this straight out of the box purely on what's on there. But I love the option of 3 more keywords as well as some meaning. Because I know sometimes reading for myself, and I don't know if you guys are the same, but like when reading for myself, I really like the option of, if I'm like, well, I get it, but I want more. I need that depth, especially when looking at myself. Like reading something like this, I'm like, okay, well, you know, this line really gets to me. Or, oh, there's something about this that reminds me of something else, and like now I understand where this card is coming from, or I understand it deeper, right? So great little guidebook. At the end, I think there's just, oh, let's pull one of these and we can read that too. So the basket. The basket. So this one is consistent, optimistic, specialized. So again, a fun little way to start it off or end it. And then we have our special thanks, which talks about the Kickstarter campaign and about the creator and our first edition page. So yeah, such a great little book. So, okay, now what I want to do, because I've been enjoying this so much over the couple weeks that I've had it, I want to share a couple of my favorite pairings with this deck. Let me put this on this side. Let me grab my other ones. So like, not that y'all need proof that this matches my aesthetic, but like I grabbed legit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I've paired with it so far. Like if that doesn't say it's a Dani aesthetic, I don't really know what is. Like 5 of my decks, and that's just these 5 that were on hand. Near me, I can probably find more. Like, I don't know what it is that it just rings so beautifully together. So we have, of course, it paired with Mystic Masters. Yum. Okay, so Mystic Masters is one that I pair it with. I'm going to leave it on there. Tarot de Carlotides is another one. First off, obsessed with these backs. I mean, come on. Look at this. Look at this. Already. Like, so good. Look at this. 4 of Swords with the repair. I just can't make this up. It is so freaking beautiful together. Okay, so look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, okay. So one of my favorites, obviously. A surprise one that I tried, the Ghost and Spirits Tarot, that we've been talking about quite a bit on 3 Fat Readers. Look at this. Look at this. How great is that? I swear, this is like all of my aesthetic. Like, so many of my decks go with this. Okay, so I know y'all probably like, this is so nerdy, but trust, I geek out on this all the time. Pagan Otherworlds, anyone? Yes, please. I mean, come on. Oh, with all the water vibes. Look at that. Oh. Like, my brain loves this. It feels cohesive to me. Obsessed. So Pagan Otherworlds. Okay, one last one, I swear. And that's this one. This is my custom bag for it. The Modern Tarot Reader or Antique Anatomy. Bones and Bugs and Botanicals, boo. Look at this. So good, right? So good. Obsessed. Guaranteed I could probably find 5 more from my collection that would go with this. So this is why I'm so excited. I think this is why I'm so obsessed with this deck, is because it goes so well with what I love to see and like the whole feel of it. Oh my gosh, wait. One I haven't tried, but I'm seeing now, and I think we have to try. Just because I think we need to. Can we try the revival art? Is this gonna make my whole year right here? Oh, I think it will. I think it will. Oh my god. Oh yeah, we could totally do this. Sometimes it's not about the type of art, but the way it flows and like what catches here. Oh man. But you see what I mean? Okay, like the colors makes it feel cohesive, even though it doesn't look like it necessarily goes together style-wise. These are the kind of things that I look for personally. Like when you look at these two images, like the eye makes it feel like this is the same kind of motion that they are looking here over for the Seven of Swords, which also talks about some hidden things, right? Or kind of like sneaky things as well. But like there is this sense of being watched. We have the blues that mirror each other, which kind of speaks of that kind of emotion. We have this, I wanted to call it a lute. That's definitely not a lute. It's like a little harp. I'm not sure the exact name. Don't at me. I don't know every instrument in the whole world, okay? But anyway, this little harp, small little harp down here also reminds me of the way that the fence is. And then like the greenery, this dog feels like it could have been in the same photo, right? I mean, painting. But even this, like the plants kind of mirroring this garden feel. I'm like convincing myself like I need convincing. Look at this. Ugh. Okay. Sold. So we have another set. Look at this. Rooted in these world vibes. I mean, come on. Okay, I think I'm done gushing. But you guys, if you have an aesthetic similar to mine, if you have a style similar to mine, I really think that this deck is the bee's knees. Like legit, probably shot up to one of my top Oracle decks ever. Look at these colors. Ugh. Anyway, Coastal Curiosities, you guys. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this walkthrough of the Coastal Curiosities by Lynx Reese. I absolutely am adoring this deck. So let me know what you guys think. Is it for you? Is it not for you? I want to hear it all. So leave that down in the comments below and we will talk very soon. If you're looking for me, all of my links are going to be down below. My Instagram, again, beware of scammers. I'm not going to ask you for anything. Ask for a voice message or a video if somebody's being shady. I have my Etsy shop, how to book a reading, 3 fat readers, all the good stuff. All of that is linked down below. And then we will talk, as I said, very soon. I'm sending you all my love. Mwah! Later, Gators.